Hello, Paul.
Yes, hello again. Number 9.
Yes, number 9, which is actually very interesting, also strongly emphasized in the ETF about simply customer satisfaction. Can you
Yeah,
introduce
nine
this?
nine one two one. Yeah. So
Yes.
it's number 9 in the ranking, and it's in section 9 of IETF 16949. And this is really then about how an organization is monitoring customer satisfaction. So I think we all know that we have a very general requirement in ISO 9001 about customer perception. But this is really talking about the hard performance. So how are we performing to the customer in terms of the delivered product quality? Are we delivering product that meets the customer quality expectations? Are we delivering product on time? Yeah. Are we minimizing the disruption to the customer where maybe they have to change their production schedule because we haven't delivered on time? And also we have requirement in here about customer performance in terms of how we're performing for product that's getting into the field. So it could be field returns, recalls, or warranties. So we all know that some of the IETF OEM members have online scorecards. So the expectation is that organizations go in to these scorecards regularly. They review the performance from the eyes of the customer. They compare it to their own performance data. They clarify any differences with the customer. But really, this information is then understood by the management of the organization. And if any customer performance targets are not being met, there is robust corrective action plans in place to make sure those targets are met. So it sounds fairly basic, doesn't it? But I think where it falls over and why we end up with major nonconformities here is if the auditor looks at customer data and they find that a customer performance target is not being met and there is no action plan, the IETF rules say no discussion. That is automatically a major nonconformity because of the risk to the customer. So they might only be missing the target by 0.5%, but if there's no action plan to bring it back to the target, that itself could be deemed as being a major nonconformity. So there's not too much in terms of detailed requirements in here. All I can encourage organizations to do, whether an organization has customers with online scorecards or not, that they have to have a very, very good handle on how are they performing in the eyes of the customer, and having robust action plans where they are not meeting the customer targets.
What is also important that it's continual evaluation. It's not one-time event.
It's not once a year. Yeah.
Yes, regularly. And you have to do it internally. So your organization's internally way of monitoring customer satisfaction, and externally by, for instance, customer portals, yes, and scorecards if they are provided. So these are two sources.
Yeah, and this information has to be an input into the organization management review. So management might not know all the minute detail, but management need to know enough about how the organization's performing in the eyes of the customer.
Exactly. Exactly. So thank you for the 9th one. And let's maybe introduce at least what will be the 10th, the last from our list of top 10 major nonconformities obtained during third-party audits in IATF 16009 for 9.
Right. So remind me what is number 10? Yeah.
You will not be surprised, generally. I think so. It will be 6123, contingency planning.
Yeah. And I'm personally surprised that's not higher, but yeah. Yeah,
Okay,
let's discuss that.
let's discuss in the last episode. Thank you, Paul.
No, thank you very much.